I'm Jasmine Anderson. A new potentially deadly danger for dogs. Long Islanders are staying vigilant as mysterious canine illness spreads across the country. Sherry Einhorn shows us what you need to look out for.
If anything happened to this dog, I don't know what I would do.
This is Nala, an 8-year-old bull terrier. She may be enjoying a brisk walk around the park, but her owner is worrying about a mysterious respiratory disease that's affecting dogs. Cases have been reported in Colorado, Massachusetts, Oregon, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire.
Vet bills are very expensive, so it's definitely, if we can prevent it somehow, it would be good.
Doctors are still trying to pinpoint what exactly is making the dog sick. Symptoms include coughing, sneezing, runny nose, lethargy, and decreased appetite. Some cases progress quickly, making the dogs very sick within 24 to 36 hours.
I think it's something to keep an eye out on. It's kind of like having a child, just to see if he's going to have symptoms or not.
Local veterinarians tell us they aren't seeing cases of this respiratory infection here just yet, but they are closely monitoring for it.
So at this point in time, we don't know, is it bacterial, is it viral? If you can, you steer clear of areas of larger populations of dogs. So grooming, boarding, whatever you can to try to isolate as best you possibly can. Stay up to date with vaccines as well is also very, very important to try to reduce the spread as much as we can.
The Oregon Department of Agriculture has documented more than 200 cases since mid-August. Still, Smithtown's Barbara Hansen says she's not changing her Molly's routine, at least for now.
You don't stop coming, for fear, but it hasn't. Keep your fingers crossed. It has yet.
In Wisconsin, I'm Sherry Einhorn for NewsdayTV.
Read more on the mysterious dog illness on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Turning now to the pre-Thanksgiving storm. On one of the biggest travel days of the year, the weather making a mess for travelers. The good news is the rain is wrapping up for us. The heaviest rain is over, but it's still windy, especially on the east end. We're seeing some downed trees and power outages, as well as slick roads, so please be careful out there. Things clear up as we head into this afternoon. Tomorrow, we will be sunny for the big Thanksgiving parade. And if you're flying today, you've got plenty of company with a record number of people flying for the holiday. The strong cross-country storm is creating some delays at our airports. You're advised to contact your airline carrier before heading to the airport. Most people are driving and gas prices are down. Look at this. The Long Island average for a gallon of regular gas is $3.46. That's down 6 cents from last week and down 30 cents from a year ago. The Long Island Railroad is running extra trains tomorrow to help you get in from the Macy's parade in Manhattan. There are 6 extra westbound trains and 5 extra eastbound trains leaving Penn Station after the parade. A truce deal today is raising hopes of freeing hostages in Gaza. Israel's cabinet approved a deal with Hamas to halt the devastating war in Gaza for 4 days. It will allow for the release of dozens of hostages, including Americans held by the militant group. The starting time of the pause is expected to be announced soon. A search right now for what sparked the fire that ripped through Nikola Tesla's famed final laboratory in Shoreham. The fire started just before 5 yesterday at the Tesla Science Center. The center is currently undergoing a $20 million restoration.
We're grateful to the outpouring of support from our community. We've always felt the community at our backs as we've been working on this project. Never so much as tonight. Everything from how personal even the firefighters seem to be taking this, the phone calls, the emails.
One firefighter was hurt battling the flames. A plan to upgrade Suffolk's cybersecurity has stalled. Yesterday, county lawmakers tabled a measure to unify cybersecurity policy enforcement across all departments. There's concern it could jeopardize independent control of each department. Lawmakers did approve $1.6 million in software upgrades. It's an exclusive exhibit celebrating over 50 years of Billy Joel's life and legacy.
I don't know where they got all this stuff.
Billy Joel, My Life of Piano Man's Journey, opened last night with a VIP preview at the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame in Stony Brook. The Piano Man himself was there. The exhibit includes rare memorabilia that takes you through Billy's life on Long Island and major moments in music history. It also includes his awards and instruments, as well as the piano used on the Face to Face tour with Elton John.
What is it like for you to walk through your life? It must be like somewhat surreal.
It's kind of scary, actually. You know, it's surrounded by photographs of me. It's not exactly where I'm that comfortable, you know. You're surrounded by photographs of yourself. You go, oh, I didn't look too good there. Should have done something with my hair here. But no, this is quite an honor. I didn't expect it to be that extensive. I don't know, like I said, I don't know where they got all this stuff. So I guess I lived, huh?
Read more on the Billy Joel exhibit on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Long Island's Karate Kid is about to head back to the big screen.
We've got big news.
We're starring in a new Karate Kid movie together.
That's big news.
Sony Pictures announcing Ralph Macchio will reprise his role as Daniel LaRusso in a new Karate Kid movie. The film, expected out next year, will also star Jackie Chan. No word whether Port Washington's William Zabka will return as Johnny Lawrence. We'll keep you posted, of course. First in Newsday, sources tell us the Mets won't be making Willie Randolph their bench coach. Carlos Mendoza hailed Randolph as one of his mentors at the new manager's introductory news conference last week. That left open the possibility of the former Yankee star and Mets manager becoming his first bench coach. We're told that won't happen, but Randolph could wind up with the Mets in a different capacity. Aaron Rodgers is hoping to take flight with the Jets again soon. The future Hall of Famer said yesterday during his weekly appearance at the Pat McAfee show that he'd like to be back on the practice field in 2 weeks. That's about 3 months after undergoing surgery on his Achilles. Checking out your hyper-local Wednesday weather. The rain is moving out. Mostly cloudy today. Highs around 58 degrees. Tonight, lows in the 40s, so layer up. As for Thanksgiving, pretty nice day. Partly cloudy with highs around 52 degrees. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
The southern pine beetle is consuming large swaths of the island's pine barrens. Steve Langford has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Amid the beauty of Suffolk County's precious Pine Barren region, there is no mistaking the devastation of the past decade caused by the invasion of southern pine beetles.
There's been hundreds of thousands of trees killed by the southern pine beetle.
The battle to halt the relentless spread of these tiny bark beetles is being waged by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation.
There we go.
Southern pine beetle expert Nate Hudson and his colleagues discovered the beetle invasion back in late 2014, which has hit forested areas like South Haven County Park hard. Across more than a third of this park, pitch pine trees have been killed by the southern pine beetle. The Department of Environmental Conservation has cut down tens of thousands of pine trees to create buffer zones to try to keep the beetle infestation from spreading.
We are experiencing like another uptick in southern pine beetle, and that's along the South Shore and South Fork, very noticeable, as well as areas in Manorville Hills and Brookhaven State Park and Brookhaven National Labs.
The department says the fight against the spread of the southern pine beetle took a hit during the pandemic, along with drier and warmer conditions that contribute to the onslaught of the beetles.
This beetle definitely has the possibility to remove most, if not all, of the pitch pine from the pine barrens if we don't act proactively to make the areas not affected by the southern pine beetle more resistant to it, and then react to the southern pine beetle itself.
The struggle to preserve this natural treasure. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
Read more about the southern pine beetle on Newsday.com. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Information about communities is lost if you don't have local reporters. And if there's no one reporting, how do you know what's going on in your community?
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.